Welcome to another video on my channel. My name is Noah and I work with roofing companies and I do their marketing, and I've generated a lot of money for roofing companies in the past couple of years, specifically using Facebook advertising. So I know this time of the year a lot of roofing companies kind of want to get into paid advertising or Facebook ads specifically. So this is why I created this roofing Facebook ads mini course, where I kind of like just show you what you can expect when going into Facebook ads, especially if you've never done it before. What you should avoid in Facebook ads right now, what works right now. And I won't give you the secret copy or the secret ad that you can run right now that works, because that might not even work for your company, and even if it does, it probably won't work in a couple of months from now. So what I'm trying to give you in this video is just a foundation and the frameworks that have helped me to scale a lot of roofing companies up using Facebook ads in the past couple of years. So really, yeah, just the foundation, what you need to do, what you need to avoid, and how to just start into this and crush your competition and scale your roofing company in 2025 using Facebook ads. So kind of like the points I'm going to cover, first of all, is what I would avoid, because there's a lot of stuff on Facebook right now that really doesn't work, and a lot of people really just kind of like copy what everyone does, and then it doesn't work. So I show you what I would avoid from my experience, and this whole video is really just gonna be very much my point, like my view on things, and some people might not 100% agree with it. I'm just speaking like from my own experience of working with a lot of different companies over the years, and I'm just gonna share like what worked for me and what didn't work for me. Then expectations. So what can you expect in the first couple of months if you just start with Facebook ads, just go into it. Then things you need to have prepared, and then how to really create your first ads, create your first campaign, and finally then the campaign structure and kind of like the targeting that I would recommend. So we're gonna still cover like a couple of very technical things next to some other things. So first of all, what I would avoid, and this is pretty simple, I wouldn't try to compete too much for price. So I mean, if your company has very great pricing and you know that you can really like win against every other company when it comes to pricing, then this might make sense, and you can do an ad like I've seen some ads that work really well, saying like we can get you the cheapest quote. But for most roofing companies, from my experience, this doesn't really work very well, because the kind of people that you attract with those ads, and I know a lot of people, like a lot of you guys have probably seen this, like this copy right here is very popular. It says like, I know $6,000 for a new roof plus free gutters, that's crazy, and so on. Like people are just really copying this. And then those ads, like just like image ads with like flashy headlines claiming like a super cheap price, or like a super big discount. And those ads, from my experience, don't work that well for most companies, because you really just start competing for price. So that's the kind of people that you're going to attract. You're going to attract price shoppers, people that maybe need a new roof, but they get 20 quotes, and they're really just looking for the cheapest of the cheapest. And it doesn't matter like if you're a solid company and if your values are good and if you get a lot of reviews, they're really just looking for the cheapest price. And those are going to be a much harder sell, because they're not the kind of like wealthy homeowners that just say, I need a new roof, you're the right company, let me sign the contract. Those are the type of people that will procrastinate, push it off for a couple of months as long as they can, get 20 quotes, say they will get back to you, and it's just super hard to sell them. Again, if your company is like, if your pricing is super competitive, and if you know like you can beat anyone, then those types of people are probably going to be pretty, maybe even easy sales for you, so you can do it. But again, like if you don't have like a huge team that can really follow up with every single lead multiple times and be very persistent, and then this probably won't make that much sense for you. And then another thing I put in here is this ad on the right here, which is really just like, I see this a lot actually on Facebook, like people kind of like just go into, I don't know, Canva or whatever it is, and they just create like an image ad where they just put like a lot of info on it with like 3 different headlines and a phone number and then the license number, 3 pictures, and it's just super overwhelming. So this is just like a quick thing that I would also avoid kind of like doing just two, like those kinds of ads. And I will walk you through some examples of, in my opinion, pretty good ads that work for me in a second. But yeah, those are the kind of things that I would first of all avoid when you go into Facebook ads. And I know that a lot of people do those things because they just look at like what is everyone else doing, so let me do that too. But usually it doesn't work. Now, as for the expectations, I kind of just lined it out in like 3 very simple steps. Obviously, there's a lot more to it, and I will really just like cover everything on a surface level in this video because it's really more of like a beginner course. If you want like a more advanced version of this video, essentially, I uploaded a video like just before this one a couple of days ago, where I show you how to scale your roofing business to $5 million using Facebook ads, which is just more in depth. But for now, like this is really what you need to know when you just go into Facebook ads. So when you just start off, especially on a new ad account, there's the warm-up phase. So let's say you just launch your campaign, you will always have like this learning / warm-up phase where your cost per lead is naturally going to be a bit higher, and you're going to have to do lots of testing. Obviously, there are shortcuts to it. Like if you hire an agency or a good company, they will know like what works, what doesn't, especially like in your area, because they've ran ads in your exact same area and made it work, and they went through all the testing. So you might even be able to save yourself some money by hiring a company. But if you really just like want to try it yourself, do it yourself, then you're gonna have to do some testing. So it might not work like off the bat. You're gonna have to launch a campaign. Maybe the cost per lead is gonna be super high, so you just need to kind of like analyze the data, add some new ads. And then slowly, as you get more data in the ad account and get a couple of winning ads that produce a good cost per lead, your cost per lead will obviously decrease. It really helps if you have a warmed up ad account, by the way. Like if you just start off like on a fresh ad account, I'd even recommend to run like instead of immediately running a lead campaign, I would just do like a engagement campaign with like a very low budget, just so you can kind of like warm up the account. But yeah, so that's the warm-up phase, and then I'd say that's usually in month 1, sometimes also like going into month 2, but if you run like the campaign for a month, that should be enough to kind of like enter, I'd say, like this stage 2, where it's really like slowly going out of the warm-up phase. Your cost per lead again should decrease. You should hit your first return on investment or return on ad spend by closing the first project. Like out of the leads that you got in month 1 or the couple that you get in month 2, you should be able to at least close like your first couple of jobs, even if it's just 1 or 2. Roofing is fortunately a very high ticket industry, so you should be able to hit a good return on investment. And then you should be able to get more appointments too, because again, like you have more data. The Facebook campaign optimizes for the better kind of people, and you will see that your lead quality will also increase a bit. In the beginning, you might get like super weird leads, but then it will kind of like panel in. And this is just, by the way, average. Like sometimes you just launch the campaign and you immediately just get like a super cheap cost per lead with super high quality, and you just close your first project in the first week. But that's just not usually the case. So on average, it usually goes like this. And then the third stage, I'd say like a month 3 to 4. You definitely should be able to hit your KPIs and be ready to scale from that point, like increase the ad budget, create more ads, all that stuff. Again, if you want more like a more in-depth video on how to scale your ad campaign and what KPIs and metrics you should look for, then check out the last video I recorded after you watch this one. But for now, let's just cover the preparation for the campaign. So let's just say again, you just start off. What do you need? First of all, I would always recommend a good CRM. So there's like, you can use anyone. There are like a lot out there. A lot of you guys probably already have one, which is fine. Like, I don't know, Job Nimbus, HubSpot, GoHighLevel, whatever it is. Just get a good CRM where you just store like all your leads data. Make sure to track like the different pipeline stages. Just have all the data in one place. And if you have like reps, make sure to have them on there, work in the leads. Just like a good structure is super important when you start getting a lot of leads coming in, to really make sure you get like everything out of those leads. And also determine like bottlenecks. For example, if you get a lot of leads but you're not getting a lot of jobs, you want to know like at what stage are those leads kind of like dropping off. Then automations. I'd say in the beginning you really just need super simple automations. Like there's all this crazy stuff with AI and a lot of things, and I have some videos on this on my YouTube channel too. I'm sure you find a lot of content about it on YouTube. In the beginning, I would just recommend, like, again, super simple kind of like automations. For example, this right here is an automation that I pretty much always set up in the beginning, and then later on you can kind of like build it out, but it's super simple. Like, it really just sends the lead a text message saying, hi, it's Alex with company name. Just get buzzed that you took our roofing survey, so you're looking to get an estimate. So we're really just acknowledging, like, hey, we got your contact info, saw that you reached out from the ad, so you need an estimate, and it kind of like just like sends them those messages, follows up with them like after 30 minutes, for example, just checking in, you wanted a quote. After 1 hour, another message, and I would go a bit more heavy with the automations in the first 48 hours. So really just like you can send like 3-4 messages a day in the first, again, like 2 days. After that, I would keep it like 1 to maximum 2 messages a day to not bother them too much. But yeah, just like simple follow-up automations. You can do them like maybe for the first 7 days, maybe for the first month. Nothing crazy. And yeah, just make sure that you have those automations, because they really help you to, again, like convert more leads into appointments, get more leads on the phone. If you start getting a lot of leads, and sometimes like if you run ads on $50 a day and you happen to get a pretty good cost per lead, you can get like a lot of leads, like 30 to 60 plus leads a month in your first month, and you're gonna realize that it's a lot to handle. So having those automations just really helps you to convert more. And then yeah, just like if they reply, maybe just send them like a text, like an automated text saying we'll give you a call. That's what I usually do. Like you can, again, at this point, like integrate like AI and stuff that kind of like books them in for an appointment over text. But that's something I'd worry about later on. For now, really having like simple automations that leave no room for confusion is the key, in my opinion. And then point 3, you should definitely have a solid Facebook page and ad account. And there are like a couple of factors to it. Let me just show you one example. So this right here is just like one roofing company Facebook page I found. I'm not running ads for them. I just found it on Facebook. And it's decent. It's nothing crazy. Like there are definitely better pages out there. There are a lot of worse pages out there. So just make sure that it kind of like looks legit. You have your logo in here. You have your website in here, like your homepage, your address, and then kind of, yeah, like what area you're targeting. Just like the simple stuff, maybe your phone number. Again, like this is not the best page, it's just like kind of like the first one I found, but has some posts on it, like some posts of your like roofing projects. Just make sure it seems legit, seems professional. You got a good load of content on here, and then it's also good if you already have some engagement, like some followers, and some page likes and stuff like that. So what I would recommend is you just go on Facebook. And let me show you this right now, actually. So you can just go on Facebook and you can just create a campaign, and then you just select engagement right here, and then you can click continue, and you can literally like maybe watch another YouTube video on it. It's super simple to set up those types of campaigns. You can just like set up a very, very simple campaign with like an image ad or something, just trying to get like some page likes, some page followers, and you can run this on like $5 or $10 a day. It's not expensive. Run it for a week or two. Make sure to get some engagement, because that will just make your Facebook page look a bit more professional. If you have just like 2 followers on it, it's a bit sketchy, and it also kind of like warms up your Facebook ad account, which is also a key thing. And then the 4th thing you should have in place is a good optimized landing page that you can use to redirect traffic there from the ads that you're gonna run. Obviously, like if you're just starting off, you can even use a Facebook lead form. Again, a Facebook lead form is essentially just like an instant form on Facebook that you just select. You can create it in like 3 minutes. It's super easy, super simple to capture leads. And maybe I'd say, like, if you're not hiring an agency, if you're really doing this by yourself for the first time, I'd recommend to run lead forms 100% at the beginning. But a landing page will just give you like a higher quality lead usually. It's more professional, and this is why, like, if you can, I'd have like a good optimized landing page in place. And again, this right here is just like one example. I've shown this a lot on my channel, but essentially, you just have like a headline that resonates with your, like with the ad that the people saw. Sometimes I even have like, when I have 10 different ads with 10 different messages, I have one landing page for every single ad that has like a different headline. So that's kind of like the whole purpose of a landing page, to make it really like very targeted and very like it should resonate with the ad that the people clicked on. And then yeah, you just kind of like tell them what to do. And this right here is called the hero section, like the first thing that people see when they visit the page. And it's really just a headline and then this quick survey where I kind of like just pre-qualify people. That's what I would recommend, to just again like get rid of tire kickers, get some more higher quality leads, disqualify some people you don't want, just take them through the survey, and then yeah, ask them for like their address and their contact details and stuff. And then yeah, on the page, as far as like information, is really short. It's just a one pager. No, like they can't click off anywhere, which is also important. We just want to keep them on this exact page. Add some call to actions like this one right here, like every now and then throughout the page, and just tell them like what's gonna happen after they sign up. Like I framed it as a very simple 3-step process, because you don't want to overwhelm them with like a super long text and super like a lot of information on the landing page. You rather want to just like make it super easy to grasp and easy to consume, and tell them like what's gonna happen after they sign up, and then yeah, just try to make them fill out the survey essentially. And maybe real quick, just to show you like how you actually do create a campaign. If you're like very new to this, you never did this, I will show you this right now. If you already ran some Facebook ads, you probably know this, so you can skip like the next 2 to 3 minutes. But essentially, this right here is an ad account. I will not show you in this video how to create your ad account. There are like a lot of videos on YouTube showing you how to do that, but essentially, when you're logged into your ad account, it looks like this, and you just want to hit the create button, like the green button right here. You always, like if you run a lead campaign, always select leads, extremely important. Click continue. I always do a manual leads campaign, and then yeah, you just click continue, and yeah, you can just name your campaign. I usually just do something like that, like campaign 1.0. Don't select anything under categories. Even if you run like financing ads, I would never recommend to pick anything here, because it just really limits your targeting. I would try to avoid this. Then yeah, you can leave everything on here as it is. And in the beginning, I always say activate advantage campaign budget, especially if you want to test like 5 to 10 different video ads. This will essentially, when you turn this on, you can just set one daily budget for the whole campaign, instead of having to give like the different ad sets different budgets. And what this will do is you just say, for example, you put this to 50 a day, then you tell Facebook you got $50 a day, and yeah, do with that whatever you want, and they will just attribute the budget to the better performing ads. So you will get a better cost per lead, because Facebook will yeah, kind of like give the ad budget to the better performing ads. Later, you can even turn this off and kind of like again, like on the ad set level, put the budget there if you want to like really see like, okay, maybe test 2 winning ads against each other and see what's the better performing ad. But you don't need to worry about that now. Just take that on, put your daily budget in here. Then right here on the left, you can just click on the ad set level, which is really like, so the structure of this whole thing, like you have one campaign, and then within that one campaign, you can essentially have unlimited ad sets, and within each ad set, you can have unlimited ads. Now on the campaign level, I just showed you like this is the whole campaign level. Now the ad set level is where you essentially just put like the targeting and everything. Now here at the top under conversion location, if you have a landing page, select website. If you don't, select instant forms, which is the Facebook lead form I just mentioned. Then right here, you can just select your Facebook page, make sure that's the right one in here. Then you scroll down, leave that off, leave everything as it is pretty much. Under audience control, under locations, you can really just, so I got Germany in here, but essentially you can just pick your location, whatever it is. Pretty straightforward. And on the right side right here, you will see your estimated audience size. And I'd say like usually a bigger audience is better in the beginning, a bigger, broader audience, because Facebook has a larger audience to work with. So if this is like under 100,000, then that's getting very small. So I'd make sure that this is at least like 100,000. Ideally, like at least 500,000 to like, I think 1 million to 2 million is usually like the sweet spot for me. then yeah, right here it already has Advantage Plus audience on, so I always like to switch to the original. So it's probably gonna look like this for you, and you just click switch to original audience options and then use original audience, because this just allows you to do a bit more manual targeting options. Like you can select the age, for example. I always like to put this to like 26 to 65 plus, keeping it very broad, but at the same time, like, we want to target homeowners. So you can even get a bit more targeted and just say like homeowners are usually rather like, I don't know, over 30, like 33 to whatever. But obviously this will shrink in your audience size, so I like to keep it still broad, but give Facebook some guidance. And then under detailed targeting, you don't really need to put anything in here. Like this is, I always like to, and I will talk about the campaign structure at the end of the video, but I like to have like one broad ad set and one detailed targeting ad set, but I will talk about targeting later in this video. So essentially, if you run broad, then just leave it as it is. You don't need to add like any interest or demographics in here. And then you can just scroll down and leave this as it is. I always like to run Advantage Plus placements, just works the best for me. But of course you can click edit and then also use manual placements to say like, I don't want Facebook ads to run here and there. I used to just turn off like audience network and stuff, but at this point, like, I just do Advantage Plus placements usually. It's just simpler. And then on the left, or even you can just click on the next button, and now we're on the ad level. So again, like one campaign, unlimited ad sets, and within each ad set you can have unlimited ads. So right now we just have one in here. You can just name it, like, let's say you have like a new video ad with like, I don't know, where you're riding on a horse, then you just name it like, I don't know, horse ad. Give it a name, and then yeah, I like to turn this multi-advertiser thing off. And then right here is the lead form section. So remember in the beginning I selected instant forms instead of website. If you selected website, then this is where you also put your landing page link in, that you obviously have to have prepared. But yeah, this is a lead form. So how you create a lead form is super simple. Again, just click create button. You can always select more volume is what I would recommend. You can give it a name and then you just click next. This is the headline. Again, like same thing that I explained on the landing page. You want your headline to resonate with the ad they clicked on. So if it's like, I don't know what it is, $1,000 off a roof replacement, you say something like claim $1,000 off of your roof. And then down here, I usually just like keep it really simple and just tell them like something like click the button below and take the quick like 30-second survey, and we will get back to you with a free quote. So you can do something like that. I'm sure there's a lot more you can do right here. Play with the kind of like text and the headline. Honestly, I don't run a lot of lead forms, and this is like obviously a super simple version, so this is something you'll have to split test, like try different lead forms, see what works best for you, but just like in general, headline should just be like the catchy headline that just tells them like the offer or whatever it is that they saw in the ad, and then the description is just like telling them what they need to do and what they can expect after that. Then under questions, you can essentially just put your questions in here. So if you want to have like disqualifiers, like just like the survey I showed you on the landing page, you can just add and, for example, do a multiple choice, and then you just ask, do you own your home? And then yes or no, and then you have this question right here, and then you can also add like conditional logic and say if they don't own their home, you want the form to close, and if they do own their home, you want them to want the form to be submitted. Very simple. And then you can just add as many questions as you like, also like text questions. You'll figure it out. It's again like super simple. And then right here under the contact information, you can just select like the what contact information you need, like email, full name, or phone, full name, phone. What I would recommend regarding the phone number is delete it from here and put it like at the top under questions. You just add a question, short answer, and just type in like what's your best phone number, because then they will have to manually type their phone number in there, while if you have the phone number under those contact information fields, a lot of the time it will just auto-populate, like auto-fill from the information they got in their Facebook account. So even if they created like their Facebook account 10 years ago and they have like a very old trashy phone number in there, it will populate. So by doing this, you will just always get the better phone number and the better data. So this is a quick trick I would do. And then you can click next, and then under privacy policy, just put your privacy policy link in here. It's not like Facebook doesn't check a lot, just put anything in here, just a privacy policy. Then you click next again, and yeah, right here, just make sure everything is configured right. Like they ask you, for example, to put your website URL in here, and then you can adjust some of the messaging, but that's essentially what you need to do. And then you click create form, and then you just have your lead form right here that you can select. And other than that, I would check this off. And then under creatives, you can just click set up creative, and you can just click image ads, upload your image ad in here, and also put your primary copy, your headline, your description in here. Again, this is not gonna be like a super technical video where I show you like every little thing, because I have like dedicated videos on pretty much all of this stuff on my YouTube channel already. There's a lot of content you can watch, but yeah. This is where you just put your creative in, and then on the right side here, it will just show, like once you did that, it will just show you like how it looks. So like the image or the video that you run together with your copy, and then you can pretty much just click publish at the bottom, and then your campaign is published, and that's your first campaign. Now, when you create your first ads, there are really 4 types of different ads. So there are image ads, there are voiceover ads, actor ads where you kind of like hire an actor, or native content ads where you kind of like record your own content within the company. Regarding image ads, I would personally recommend to have usually have like a bold headline, kind of like calling out the area or the offer that you have, or to have like catchy colors and images. So you can have like a catchy image with like a headline in a catchy color, which just leads to a pattern interrupt. So essentially, when people scroll through Facebook and your ad pops up, you want it to stick out and grab their attention. And usually you can just do that by having like some nice images, even if it's just like a nice looking project, like a before and after, and then something that just catches their attention, and maybe like a bold headline calling the audience, like the area out. So yeah, and then usually with image ads, I'd recommend to go very offer forward. If you use a headline at all in the image ad, I would make it like the offer, or kind of like the benefit. And then usually with image ads, the copy really does the heavy lifting, so you will have to put a lot more work into your actual like copy, like the text that goes along with the ad, because an image just won't tell people a lot, even if it's like a headline and stuff. So usually it's good if you have like a copy that's kind of like just talking about like the company, what's gonna happen after they sign up, what's the offer, how does this actually work. So yeah, copy does the heavy lifting. And then just some examples of image ads that I just found. Nothing crazy. Like I'm sure, like I personally always run video ads at the moment. Like I don't run any image ads at all. That doesn't mean that image ads can't work. Those are some examples. Like for like a lot of time, those kind of images were good, where you just have like a picture of like the team, and then obviously this doesn't tell people anything, but it kind of like just like gives them an idea. Okay, this is maybe a roofing company. And it kind of like grabs their attention, like nice looking people, and then they can read the copy, so the text that goes along with it. And yeah, the same thing goes for this image right here. There's no headline or anything, it just shows the project. So obviously this is a roofing ad. Some people might say like, hey, this looks nice. You can even do like a before and after, and then they will read the copy. And this ad here, right here on the left, is a more, I'd say, obviously like you have the call out, like the audience call out, like Treasure Coast. Then you have quick headlines just saying roof damage. So this is specifically targeting people in Treasure Coast, in the Treasure Coast area who have roof damage. You can also, like, if you have one like very good big offer, you can just put it right here. And then right here, they're just like kind of like the company benefits. So like 0 down guarantee, free inspection. And the image itself right here is just like with this tarping on here, like the blue thing just pops a bit. So it's really like attention grabbing. Just some examples. I don't say that those are the best ones. I mainly run video ads at the moment, but yeah, I think those can work. And yeah, then the second kind of like thing are voiceover ads. So I usually do AI voiceover ads. There are a couple of like softwares you can use for that. But essentially, in terms of the structure and the script, I would always have like, so this like this simplified version. So it's always going to consist out of a hook, a body, and a CTA. Hook are like the first 5 seconds of the video that just, again, grab people's attention and make them want to watch the rest of the video. The body is really just like talking about like the most information, talking about the company, talking about the offer, and the call to action or the CTA is just telling them what we want them to do and what they can expect when they do that. Now, this is stuff that you can honestly just ask ChatGPT, like write me a good script for a video ad, or what's a good structure for a video ad, and then you can kind of like just write your script, come up with a good script, or even like go in the meta ads library and just see what other people are doing and just steal some of the scripts. But essentially what you want to do is with the video ad, you want to catch their attention like every 5 seconds. So I'd say like even if you hook their attention, especially if your ad is like a minute or two long, that doesn't buy you like even if you hook them in the first 5 seconds, they won't necessarily watch a 2-minute video because of that. So you just need to keep sparking their attention by having like B-rolls, catchy video footage, and also with the script itself, it should be like very, very attention grabbing throughout the whole video. Then the audience or the area call out is also very important. Like I pretty much always start my video ads off by calling out the area. For example, like Houston homeowners, hey Houston homeowners, something like that just grabs their attention like most of the time, especially if it's a very small targeted location. Like if you want to target a very specific zip code, neighborhood, or county because there was like a hailstorm that hit right there, then calling out this audience will definitely make a big difference. Then you want to talk about your company, not just the offer. This is the benefit with video ads, in my opinion. Like you can talk about a lot of things in a 1 or 2 minute long video ad, while with an image ad, it's really just like image, offer, and of course, the copy does like the heavy lifting. But with the video ad, you pretty much just do the copy, like what people would usually read in the video ad. And the good thing about that is that you can make it like in a very like catchy way, because more people will consume a 1 to 2 minute long video ad that's really catchy and well made, then people are gonna read like a big chunk of like text that goes along with an image. So talk about your company, talk about your reviews, how long you've been in business, all that stuff. Make them just like and trust your company and not just be after like a big discount or a big offer. And then you can kind of combine it. You can still have like an offer, maybe in the hook you call out the audience, mention like the offer to catch their attention, and then you just talk about the company and everything on the body part, and then the call to action you just say, and to claim the offer, click the link below, take this form, and so on. And then you want to use catchy video material. If you have your own material, that's great, use that, like drone footage and stuff like that, or footage of your workers like on the roof, doing the roof, something like that. If you don't, you can literally just take stuff from the internet. There's a lot of stock footage, websites. You can even go on YouTube and get some footage. Just a lot of places in the internet to get footage from that you can use for those voiceover ads. And then to edit those ads, I always use CapCut. Just allows you to add like captions to the video ad, cut the video ad, add some like make it a bit catchy, add some transitions, some sound effects. Again, like if you're a roofing company CEO, you probably don't want to have anything to do with this. So you can just outsource it, get an agency, or get someone on wherever to create those video ads for you that can do it. But this is what I would recommend regarding video ads. And I just got an example right here. I can't show you the whole ad because obviously like I can't just give this away, but essentially it's just like putting background footage in the background, then you have the AI voiceover, and you kind of like just have the captions.
Treasure Coast homeowners, is your roof leaking and you're looking for an affordable repair?
So as you can see right here, I just kind of like called out the Treasure Coast area once again, and then just
and you're looking
essentially ask them if they got like a damaged roof, if their roof was damaged by the storm, if they're looking for a repair or whatever it is. And this way you can just kind of like hook people. And then as you can see, like the video is just about 35 seconds long, so it's a pretty short one. And then in the middle I just have like the body part talking about like the company and everything, and in the at the end basically just tells them like, click the link below, take the quick form, and we will get your free code. Now again, it's hard for me to just show you like the whole thing, but you get the idea. So it's pretty simple to make those. Actually, it's pretty technical, takes a bit of time, but they really work pretty well. And there's technically no cost involved with them. Like you can pretty much do this for free. Then the next type of ads are the kind of like the actor ads, where you find an actor, hire them on either Upwork, Fiverr, or wherever. Like those are the two big platforms. And then you ideally make the actor match like the homeowner demographics. So make sure if you hire an actor, they're like at least 30 years old probably, or they look like 30 years old, if not older. And they should obviously like have like ideally an American accent. If you run like southern ads, you might even want them to have like a southern accent. Just make them match the demographic of the people you want to target. Like if you want to target very wealthy, sophisticated homeowners, then that's the kind of like actor you want to get, obviously. And then there are like a lot of different approaches you can do with those actors. Obviously, you just send them a script, and you can do like a testimonial ad or just like a direct offer ad, whatever it is. Again, you can even ask like ChatGPT to write you like a script for that. But in general, like the script and the structure is very similar to voiceover. Like in general, if you run video ads, it's always gonna be like the hook, body, call to action, like the simple structure. And then I would also add like B-rolls to make it more catchy. What are B-rolls? It's really just like if you have an actor ad, just still use some like content of like roofs, drone footage and stuff like that, and put it in the video every now and then to kind of like retain people's attention. Just like one more example right here, there's a video ad I found. So it's not one of mine, but they probably hired an actor. And as you can see, the actor is really like, first of all, just how he looks like. He's definitely probably in his 50s or so, standing in front of a house. So this is really like, it matches the demographic. And now let's watch it.
Do you have a roof leak? Do you need to get a new roof, but you just can't afford it right now? I called Invista Home. They're so amazing to work with that they got us a brand new roof with no money down. They measured my house remotely using modern technology based on satellites and instantly gave me the price. Within a week, we had a brand new roof with a 50-year warranty. The process was fast and smooth. It only took 30 seconds to apply and to find out if we were approved or not. Go ahead and get in touch with them today.
So as you can see, this was kind of like I'd say like a testimonial style ad, or kind of like a mix between like a direct offer and a testimonial style ads, because it's like they frame it as if it was like a customer of the company, and he shared like his experience and stuff, and then at the same time he kind of like told them at the end like what they need to do, they need to sign up and stuff like that. So pretty good ad. You see like it's very catchy. You got the captions, you got the editing, the motion graphics, B-rolls, everything that makes it like super catchy. And yeah, it's really just a pretty good ad, I think, a very good ad. And sometimes you can even do those kind of ads like there are like AI softwares that will create like a customer avatar like this that just speaks to the camera. They look pretty realistic. I'm not sure if they did it with AI on this one. I think they hired an actor, but you can even do this with AI. And then next, and the fourth thing would be native content. Again, like things that you kind of like record yourself within the company. So instead of hiring an actor, you just pick up the phone yourself and record an ad. Those ads usually work the best from my experience. Like if you do a really good job on that, they're like super authentic, and they work by far the best out of all the ones I showed you. But yeah, you can get someone on your team, or if you're the owner, you can even do it yourself if you're comfortable in front of the camera. And then in terms of, again, like the structure and the script, it all stays very similar. And you can just try different approaches with this one. Like you can interview your customers, which is great. You can stand in front or on a project, kind of like talking about the project, saying, hey, we just got this homeowner approved for insurance, whatever it is. Then just a phone selfie camera video. You can try different hooks and be creative. Like that's all that this is about. Like, and you can really, like with this, I would say you can really be like the most creative, and you really just like try a lot of different things, because like it doesn't hurt to just record like 10 different hooks and try 10 different ideas, because it doesn't really cost you any money. Obviously it sometimes can be a bit time consuming, but if you just have like 1 or 2 days where you just say, today I'm going to record like a lot of content to use for my ads, then you're probably going to be good for a couple of, like, definitely a good time period to just test a lot of things. Again, be creative, try creative stuff, get some ideas maybe on Facebook, see what other people are doing, and just copy them. That's by far my favorite approach. But again, like the stuff before, like the voiceovers, hiring an actor, even image ads can work. Now this right here is just one more example for like I'd say like a native content ad that I found. It's yeah, pretty catchy and stuff. So they probably just got somebody on their team. Maybe that's the owner. I don't know. You can even do something where you introduce yourself. Hey, I'm the owner of whatever Roofing Pros USA. But yeah, this is what they did.
You can replace your roof for less than you think. Our secret? Keep watching.
Yeah, so they actually made it very catchy and stuff. You can see throughout the video,
Pro-
like they
I'm going to tell you if
switch up angle, stand on a roof, they rip like a shingle, they make it like super catchy, so very, very well made. And at the same time, the person is like wearing the company uniform, and it's probably somebody, like they recorded this themselves. So very nice ad. Again, you can be very creative, just try a lot of different things with that. And then next point, so when it comes to the campaign structure, and this is just a basic structure, by the way, like if you're just starting off, once again, if you want a more advanced video, you can watch other stuff on my channel. But essentially, this is just like what I always do if I start off, specifically on a like $50 a day budget, around that range. Because like if you have a lot of budget and if you start off at like $100 a day, then you're going to be able to run a lot more different ads and ad sets. But on $50 a day, you just don't want to spread the butter too thin. So what I usually do is I have one campaign. Within this campaign, I have two ad sets, one broad ad set and a detailed ad set. And then within each ad set, or in total, I got 4 creatives. So 4 ads, like the ones I showed you before, like 4 different ones. You can even do the same one with 4 different hooks, but essentially just 4 different creatives. That you want to try, and then you just put those 4 creatives in each ad set. So in total you end up with 8 ads in total. So it's 4 creatives but 8 ads in total, because you have 2 ad sets, a broad one and a detailed one. And this is usually a very good structure if you start off at like $50 a day. And just to show you how this looks like, so we're on Facebook right here, once again, the campaign that I created, and let's just name this broad, and then I just click quick duplicate. And now we have 2 ad sets, and I named this one detailed. So on the left, you can see we got one campaign. We got the broad ad set with the horse ad in here, and then we got the detailed ad set also with the horse ad. And now you can just start adding your ads. For example, let me duplicate this, and then we have like the, I don't know, the monkey ad. Now we have two ads in this ad set, and you just want to make it like probably 4 ads in each ad set. That's probably the sweet spot on $50 a day. And this is how the structure works. Now in terms of the targeting, you really just got like a couple of different options. And once again, it's not like, I'm not going to go very deep into this. There's a lot you can do in terms of targeting. But the main ones is usually like just like broad targeting, where you literally just like select a location, like a very broad location, and you don't add interests, you don't add demographics, you pretty much add nothing. Except of maybe like the age, because you want to still target homeowners. But other than that, you just leave it super broad, make sure the audience size is broad, and just let Facebook optimize. And to some extent, like actually to a very big extent, like your ads do the targeting for you. If you call out Treasure Coast homeowners that are looking for a roof leak, then like those people will obviously resonate with this ad, so Facebook will show it to more people like them and does the targeting for you. Sometimes it's still good to add some stuff, like for example, there's interest and demographic based targeting, so you can add like interests like home improvement, roofing, or demographics, like because the demographics you want are like homeowner demographics. So what would that be? Like I don't know, there like a demographic like home and garden, or you can even do like magazines, something like that. Add like demographics, but usually demographics are more like age and stuff like that, or like household income if you want to target wealthier people, while interests are just like what are people interested in. So yeah, add this. You can pretty much like I'd say add like 5 to 10 different ones, like interest and demographics. So back in the campaign, it will look like this. Like on the ad set level, you just scroll down, and right here under detail targeting, tick this off, because if you tick this on, then it's essentially just like gonna target people even outside of those interests that you select. So I just say yeah, you can just go in here. You can do like here home and garden. Then you can even like Facebook suggests a couple of things, like you can select house, you can select home improvement, all that stuff, and then just add like 5 to 10, and you will see your audience size will get a bit smaller with each interest usually that you add. And if you take this on, then your audience size won't get smaller, because it will even target people outside of that. So I'd keep it off, because you have a broad ad set too where you don't add anything. Now the third kind of like thing that you can do is like a lookalike audience or like a custom list. And this is a bit more advanced, but essentially you just take a list, like for example, of past customers or like good leads that you had, and you upload this list to Facebook. And it doesn't matter. There are a lot of different lists you can try, even like cold audiences, warm audiences, whatever it is. I'd recommend the list to be like definitely very large, ideally, like a couple thousand people should be on the list. And then you can create like a lookalike where you essentially create an audience that's like, there's like a 1% lookalike, for example. So Facebook will find the 1% of people that are the most similar to your list, and then you can go broader, like a 2%, 3%, 4%, and then or you just literally upload your list if it's very large, and you just start like targeting the people on that specific list with your ads. Again, like I won't go too deep into this and show you how to do it in this video. If you want to do that, check out my channel or search it up on YouTube. And then the fourth thing is really just like a retargeting campaign. So where you kind of like just take actions, like for example, if you run a landing page, you can retarget landing page views. So people that clicked on your ad, landed on the landing page but didn't convert, you can just retarget them with Facebook with ads again. Or if you run a Facebook lead form, people who opened your lead form but didn't finish it. So yeah, stuff like that. And that's pretty much actually it for the video. So I hope this was helpful to you if you want to start running your ads. Obviously, like if you want or need someone to kind of like help you with that, you can book a call with me in the description. Happy to talk about you and your business, what you're looking to do. If not, then that's totally fine. You can just kind of like, yeah, again, keep watching my free content. I got a lot of videos. I'm trying to upload like once a week. Sometimes I can't make it. But yeah, I hope this video was helpful to you. So you have a great day.